What's up, everybody? Welcome to John's Daily Hustle. So today I'm going to show you guys my leaf cleanup or my leaf setup or my leaf removal setup, whatever you want to call it. And it does include some equipment that I've not actually officially showed you guys. So let's jump into this. So here is my setup. As you guys can see, I've got just about everything I need to be pretty efficient. So we'll start with the blower. So by the way, I don't think I noticed, or I don't think I've announced it, but I did get a backpack blower. And it is the Echo 770T, and that thing is an absolute beast. I am very impressed with the 770. It's done very well for me. The first time I used it, man, I fired that thing up. Not only did it fire up very easy, but, I aimed it at the ground and, squeezed the triggers a little bit, and it was blowing gravel away. So it has tons of power. I was pretty excited. I started laughing. I'm like, man, this thing is strong. I do plan on buying that new Echo 9010 that just came out. I do plan on buying that probably before next leaf season. Or maybe if the new one is out by then, maybe it's a 1010 or a 110 or something like that. I may end up buying that too. Whatever the newest, baddest leaf blower is by next springtime, I do plan on buying because I think that would be awesome to have. And of course, you guys already know I got the little 2520, which between these two blowers, they get the job done pretty well. And of course, I always have a good handy rake in the back of my truck for if it's ever needed, but I try not to use this if I don't have to, as I can really get stuff done with my blowers, but I always have that for whenever you do need it. So starting off with the mowers, as you guys know, I have the push mower with a bagger, and it does very well with mulching leaves, and usually if I mulch them and then collect them, it works even better. When it comes down to it, if I need to do a mulching leaves, I can use this mower here. This is my 33-inch Troy-Bilt walk-behind. It's only a mulching deck, so I can't collect it or anything like that. So if I'm not having to collect grass at all, and it's a small enough yard, like maybe it has a small back gate, and I gotta clean the leaves up, but I don't have to haul them away, I can just mulch them, I will run this just because it's faster and it's a lot easier to run as it's self-propelled as opposed to that's self-propelled, that push mower over there, but it doesn't really self-propel all that good. So this is a lot easier on me. However, it is a pain in the butt and takes a little bit longer, even though it's bigger. It's really underpowered, but you guys will see that in a review video I have coming for this soon. As you guys know, I try not to use that because I have this beast here. So I had to move some stuff around here because my camera wasn't focusing outside, as you guys can see right there at the light. But anyways, I did get a cyclone rake, and it only has a 5 horsepower Tecumseh motor on it, but man, this thing really sucks. No pun intended there. So I did end up getting an extra hose with it. So as you guys know, I have this hose, and that's the main hose that connects to the mower deck and sucks it up, but I got the extra 15-foot long hose here with the suction handle to reach out into like garden beds and stuff like that, and I actually use it to load leaves into my truck. So here's the handle that the end actually attaches to the end of that green hose, and you can actually use this to suck it up, and it's actually pretty nice because I have 15 foot of hose there that will connect to the cyclone rake, so somebody can be driving on the mower and then somebody can be walking with this, sucking up leaves as you go. So it's actually really nice to have. Even though that thing's only got a 5 horsepower motor, this thing still sucks very good and it holds a lot of debris. I actually use it when I do my dethatching as well because of how much it holds. Now this cyclone rake doesn't exactly mulch up leaves that well, and of course it's not focusing so you can't really see. There's a propeller in here. It really just does a better job at sucking them up. So when you mow over it with that, the blades actually do a good enough job mulching it up, and then that kind of mulches it, but not really. But if you run mulching blades on it, I do believe it does suck it up still. I haven't done that, I just run high lift blades, and it actually cuts them up into small enough pieces anyway. I can actually fit a lot of leaves inside of here. Long term, I don't know about next leaf season, but maybe the leaf season after that, I would like to get an actual grass catcher system for this. As you guys know, I would like to try and build one myself, but it's really going to come down to, is it easier to build it or just buy one that's made for it specifically? I don't entirely like how long this sticks out. It's another, I believe I measured, it's another 7 feet from the hitch to the back of that. So that's another 7 feet I have to attend to, as well as it's got an extra set of wheels, so I can't jump curbs easily. And plus it's a whole nother motor running. So eventually I'm either going to build or buy an actual grass catcher for this. And I think it'd make dumping a lot easier. Because right now I'm just dumping this when it fills up onto a tarp. Now, if it's not that big of a cleanup, I just use the accelerator grass catcher here. That's a lot lighter to use and a lot smaller and one less thing to carry and tarp down or to hold down, but it does fill up very fast, so I try not to use that. I try not to use the accelerator grass catcher really at all if I don't have to, just because it gets pretty heavy when it's full, and it's kind of a pain in the butt because it fills up very fast, and then you have to haul it to your truck and dump it over into the bed of the truck, and it's just very time consuming running that on the bigger properties. However, it does save you time as opposed to loading this up and connecting the hose and everything like that and worrying about one extra motor running and extra fuel. So if it's a small enough job, it's pretty nice to have. Now, one thing to note, I do have mulching blades for my smaller walk behind, or my smaller zero turn over there. So if it's a big enough cleanup that needs to be done, I can run both mowers, and I have mulching blades for that as well as a little homemade chute blocker. But I even have one for this. As you guys can see, it just bolts right to the deck, and I even just run regular high lift blades in this walk behind, and it mulches them up pretty well. And of course, if it's just calling for mulching leaves and I only need to run one mower, I can just keep this little chute blocker here closed off. Even with just high lift blades in there, it actually mulches them up pretty good if you go slow enough. And then I can open it and kind of disperse them out over the yard pretty well, and it does a really good job at just mulching them. And of course, I always have the old style method of my tarp and trash can, and of course I can use the rake for both of those, but I use these for if I'm doing like small backyards or something like that and I don't necessarily want to walk all the way around the property, especially if I'm collecting the grass with like a push mower. I can take, one of the two here and dump the grass on the tarp or dump it in the can. Here lately I've been dumping it on the tarp and just balling it up and throwing it over my back like Santa Claus, and then I carry it to the truck. And then I currently have it off my truck there, but that is one of those bed truck unloaders, which, by the way, if you click the link in the description below, you can buy one, but it's a bed unloader, and it's the kind that it rolls out in the bed, and you just crank it, and it unloads it pretty nicely. Of course, it's currently not on my truck because I just cleaned it and washed it out and everything, so I took it off. But anyways, that's nice because I'm able to load the leaves up in the bed of it, and then when I get to the dump, I can just crank it off, dump it, put the strap back around it, and I'm gone. I'm usually there for less time, just a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes to be exact, but I'm there for far less time than what most other guys are there with the leaf blowers in the bed of their truck. So I highly recommend that. That's a very big time saver. So there you guys got to see, I do have a pretty good setup. I've got everything I need to clean up some leaves. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade. Eventually, I would like to have a dump trailer as opposed to using the roll-up bed unloader on my truck, as well as I'd like to have an actual leaf loader connected to it with like a leaf box and everything like that. So comment below what you run for your leaf cleanups, and if you see anything that I have that you like that you might think is better, or comment below if you think I should upgrade to something else that would help and be more efficient. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.